It is the weekend edition of the K-Pop Blast, and welcome to, I guess, the brand new setting and the way that you're going to see these presented from now on from the news desk. So we've got some more details on CL's new EP coming out at the end of the year. We got that story and a whole lot more coming up in this episode, so let's get into it right now. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MW K-Pop, and I want to welcome you back for another episode of the K-Pop Blast. It's the weekend edition, and I am very, very excited to be bringing it to you from the news desk. So, the stories that we're going to be covering in this episode, we got VIXX LR. They've been banned from broadcast. Is there a possibility of an EXO subunit in the works? And what effect does having Lee Min-ho in your video? In a YouTube video, anything, what is the Lee Min-ho effect exactly? What will that do for you? Also, we've got Lizzy taking on some after school haters, which is also very awesome. And as I said, to introduce the show, we've got some more details of CL's US debut EP. And I guess Diplo has got some stuff to say about that. So let's get started with the first story of the day. VIXX LR, the first subunit from VIXX, is yet another group to fall victim to the Korean broadcast networks censoring their broadcast, and they have been banned, or they have had a song banned from broadcast on the 3 major networks. Fortunately, though, it is not going to affect the promotions of their newest album, because Beautiful Liar is not the song that has been affected. In fact, it's been Ravi's solo song called Ghost, which has been banned based off of the content of the lyrics, which, reading the translated lyrics, I don't quite see, but then again, stuff gets lost in translation, so who knows exactly. Fortunately, though, it's not going to affect promotions. Jellyfish Entertainment has said they're not going to be changing the lyrics to make it fit for broadcast. They're just going to roll with the punches and go with the flow, because of course it doesn't really make much of a difference. They can promote any other song as the second song to, you know, perform on stage if they wanted to, and the main song that they need to perform every single time that they take the stage on a TV broadcast is Beautiful Liar, and that one specifically has not been banned from broadcast yet, so that is really, really awesome to hear. So VIXX LR banned from broadcast, although it's not going to affect their, you know, promotion time at all, so that is really, really awesome to hear. If you were able to pair up any member of EXO to put them in a subunit, what 2 members would you pick? Would you pick Chanyeol and Kai to make a new subunit for EXO, or maybe the first or something like that? I don't really know anything about EXO, don't hurt me, but a Weibo post has started some rumors and started discussion about the fact that there could be the possibility of an EXO subunit featuring those 2 members. Although personally, I wouldn't really trust anything that gets sourced from a social media network, but you know, stuff like this gets dropped all the time, so it definitely is something to consider and think about. But at this point in time, I'm just going to say that this is a wild rumor, definitely not based on any sort of facts or real evidence. But on the other hand, it does make some kind of fun things to think about, you know, because what exactly would those guys bring to a EXO subunit or a subunit in general? How would that specific pairing sound? What would they do? Stuff like that. So it's always fun to think about, you know, pairings and groupings for subunits from your favorite groups. So I want to hear your EXO subunits or your EXO duets. Put them down in the comments below. Let me know, you know, who they are and what sort of music that they'd be making. I really want to hear. What do you think would be the effect of having Lee Min-ho in one of my videos myself? What if I had him and he didn't do anything? He was just physically present. He sat next to me or right here or something like that. And as I filmed one of these videos, what do you think his presence would have on my videos? Well, we're going to take a look at the Korean Trade Organization, or the Korean Tourism Organization's newest commercial that he's featured in, that was posted on Facebook and Yoku, I believe. However you say that's Chinese, you know, YouTube kind of thing. And between the 2 networks, between those 2 sites, that specific video has gained 7.5 million total views, which is crazy. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of the hottest Korean actor in the world, or at the time, also possibly in the world or in all of history. And that is, you know, just it goes to show you that he is right now the leader of spreading the Hallyu wave, spreading Korean pop culture and culture all around the world. He is the guy. He is the perfect one to do it. And I will tell you, perfect little personal story here. At KCON 2015, I had red carpet passes for Sunday, and so of course I went, and guess who showed up to just stand there? Lee Min-ho. He stood there. The girls were screaming. It was actually an awesome experience. It was cool because I just like, you know, being surrounded by people, you know, and all of their energy, if that makes any sense. So that was really, really awesome. And I have to say, honestly, I think that there's two possibilities here. One, he really, really likes the attention. He loves it because he was up there. He had the hugest smile on his face. Either he was getting a kick out of it or he was acting. And it's not impossible to believe that he was acting because that's his job. But anyway, that just goes to show that he is popular not only in Korea but all over the world. And it's no you know, surprise, I guess you can say, that his presence in a video, a commercial, something like that has drawn a bunch of attention. And it's just for a commercial too. I mean, like, it's not even like he featured a drama that he was in or anything like that. Just the commercial. He's probably said a couple lines and then people were like, oh my God, he's in the video. He's so hot. So that's awesome. So, I mean, like, if he ever wants, if I could possibly get him in a video, if you guys could hook me up to get him to just like sit here next to me and we could be buddies and stuff like that, hook me up. That would be really, really awesome. It seems that netizens have nothing better to do than to pick apart the lives and stuff in social media posts of idols. And their target this time is after school specifically. And the specific criticism is that they have not, that they're being pretty cold to member Lee Young, who joined in 2011 and is probably really close to graduating from the group. So they've already like turned a cold shoulder to her, like, you're already leaving, we don't need to pay much attention to you. And the thing that's brought this up is, of course, the internet detectives have gone through social media posts on Instagram and stuff like that, and we're like, hey, you guys did not publicly wish her a happy birthday. Shame on you for not doing that. That's really, really bad. You should have done that because everyone else does that, so why didn't you do that? Also, they went through posts on Instagram and stuff like that to be like, ooh, well, they haven't celebrated her birthday, but she is in Hawaii, so I guess she's doing pretty okay. That's all right. She doesn't really need their birthday wishes. She's in Hawaii. She's doing okay. But fear not, Lizzy is here to clarify things, clear it up, say that the netizens definitely are wrong and their internet detective work is not very good. In fact, she said that the posts of when Lee Young was in Hawaii was weeks ago, and when she came back to Korea, or she is in Korea currently, something like that, but whatever. The timeline is she's in Hawaii, now they're in Korea. They wished her happy birthday, so they celebrated it together. They didn't do it publicly because why would you don't need to do that specifically. It's nice to have a nice, you know, quiet and whatever birthday celebration with your friends and group members, right? I think it is. And now they're off to China to do promotions, I would assume. So there you go. Lizzy setting the netizen straight, who is trying to spread a little bit of hatred on the group. And of course, the netizen responds with like, oh my God, Lizzy, I love you so much. I'm sorry I didn't really, I was just saying some things and I was just spreading nonsense. And, you know, that's the way it goes. You know, we had Top earlier in the year call out a hater for posting calling out a hater for posting a comment on Instagram or something like that. And then, of course, that person immediately was like, oh my God, I'm sorry, you are my idol. I respect you so much. And thus, this happens as well. And I love it. I love seeing idols, you know, take a bit of action, take a bit of initiative, stand up for themselves, not be the punching bag that the company wants them to or that we all expect them to. And, you know, be human beings, stand up for their friends and all of that stuff and tell everyone that they are wrong. I love it. It's fantastic. I wish that more people would do it. Last episode of the K-Pop Blast, we talked about CL and her US debut, and we have got more details on that because, of course, apparently as we're getting nearer to the date that it's going to happen, more details are going to come out. So we've got some information on what those tracks are going to be. And we got the titles for 2 songs, which is exciting. And of course, these were not of course, but you know, surprising, I guess, not surprising. Who knows exactly? It's all up to your judgment on this. But Diplo is the one who is saying these things, and he is the one, and this indicates to me that he is the one who is producing the music on the album, which is a thing. It's cool, I guess. I don't specifically know. Some people aren't very excited about it because, as you know, CL has been going around with Diplo and Skrillex, touring the country, you know, making appearances on their live stages and stuff like that. And people are like, kind of like, I want something a little bit different. Diplo's cool and all, but maybe, you know, somebody else. It's time for somebody else. But hey, who knows? Diplo he produces some pretty good music. I don't particularly listen to it because it's not my thing, but you know, I do have some respect for what he does. But first off, we got 3 things that he has said about it. Actually, 4 things that he's said about it. Number 1 is going to be more hip-hop style than she has done with 21, which is cool. But I do remember specifically saying in the last episode that she had, you know, basically said that she doesn't want to box herself into doing one specific thing. She wants to do everything. She can do more than just hip-hop and rap. She can sing, she can dance, she can do it all, and she wants to do it all. So limiting and focusing mostly on rap is not really, that doesn't fall in line with what she specifically said in the interview on the Billboard Top 10 Artists that you need to take notice of article, whatever. So number 2, we have got the song called Birthday, which is been revealed that that's going to reflect more of her pop roots, which is cool. I think that's going to be something that K-pop fans can enjoy more than Dr. Pepper. And that'll be a good way to bring K-pop fans and, you know, us into the entire EP, which will be awesome. And then we got the second song, Birthday, which Diplo has said is going to be more of a real pop teenage graduation kind of feel, which I'm like, God, like that's what we need. We need, I don't know, who knows exactly how that's going to sound. It could be cool, I don't know, but just that description right there, it doesn't give me a good feeling. It doesn't give me a good feeling about the way that the song is going to sound, and that it's going to be, you know, childish. And that doesn't, you know, childish doesn't really fit CL's image in my opinion. But then again, she did say that she wants to do everything and not limit herself to doing, you know, one single thing. So if she's going for doing something new, I applaud that. I want to see her do it, and I'm interested to see the way that this goes out. And the 4th, and maybe even the biggest thing I guess you can say, is that he said that there will be Korean lyrics. And we have, because if you've got Korean lyrics in a US release, what? That doesn't make any sense to me, why you would do that, especially since apparently CL is so fluent in English that that people are saying like this is one of her strong points. This is why she will do well in the United States. And yet, even though she is probably one of the strongest non-native speakers of English that is going to be making a US debut, she's going to have Korean lyrics in some of her songs, if not all of the songs. I don't know, but we'll find out when it comes out. And that could be the thing that sinks the ship and causes it to bomb in the United States, because of course, the United States, if it's a US debut release, we want to hear English in our music. You know, I listen to K-pop and I expect to hear Korean lyrics. When I listen to, you know, English music, I don't expect to hear foreign language as a important part of the lyrics. And it'll be interesting to see how Korean is worked into the songs and how it's incorporated into the lyrics. But who knows? So there you go. Interesting details about the upcoming EP. You know, some doubts, some very exciting things, some interesting things. Who knows? What do you guys think about it? Put it down in the comments, just like the XO subunits. I want to hear what you guys have to think about the newest details on CL's new or US EP. So that is basically it for the news stories. We're going to close it out in just a second though. So hold on for like a minute. You don't even have to hold on for a minute, literally a split second, and we are in the outro. So that is all that I have got for you. Those are all the news stories that I've got for you guys to talk about for this week. I'll be back, of course, on Wednesday for another episode of the K-Pop Blast. You can guarantee it. So don't forget to follow me on social media. Check the description box below for links to every single one of my profiles, and support me on Patreon and fan funding through YouTube. If you click on the little thingamabobber up there, it'll bring out all these little cards. You can click on those to pick whichever option that you would like to support me and help me reach my goals on YouTube. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I'm going to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.